in your kingdom. I can give you my mobile money number so that you contestants will remember me in your kingdom. So please, let's take note of that. This year, the prize package is really good. We continue to make the program much better. So that's why we are introducing all these things. And GCB is proud to be associated.
can conveniently pay for my utility bills, my son's Cartoon Network on DSTV, and renew my internet services package. I can securely send my sweet mother her monthly allowance by simply transferring funds from my bond account into hers. I can also pay the gardener through any of the mobile money platforms available. I can verify if the check to the vendor has cleared. Now let me guess my sister is here at time so I can peacefully go back to sleep. With Bond Mobile app, you can do your banking anywhere. Download the Bond Mobile app on Apple Play Store or Google Play Store today. Bond, your success, our passion.
There's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your Premier and Classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy is the fact that when they are unable to pay premiums due to financial challenges, the policies elapse and the full benefit falls off. We have introduced the no-lapse guarantee on our funeral plans. This ensures that you don't lose your full benefit during challenging financial moments. Prudential, always listening, always understanding.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold synthetic oil.
Gold is a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Gold.
Ashene Pankasa. Gold, good energy.
Welcome to the 2017 edition of the National Science and Math Week. Yes, Christopher. You're right. Senna.
Perimeter.
You're right. Yes, Priscilla.
NH3.
You're right.
It was exciting getting all the points in the last round to catch up.
No school is too little to be bullied.
Yes, Wanda.
Operation.
You are right.
The National Science and Maths Quiz is the longest running independent production on television. It's the one program that brings education authorities, teachers, allied staff, students, old students associations, and parents together in support of science education at the senior high school rank of the education ladder. The objectives of the National Science and Maths Quiz are to promote the study of the sciences and mathematics, to help senior high school students develop quick thinking skills and a probing and scientific mind about things around them, to promote healthy academic rivalry between senior high schools, to a lesser degree, keep old students still interested in their schools and encourage them to offer help to their alma mater, to inculcate a degree of science culture in the Ghanaian society for all to see science as a way of life. Let's take a walk down memory lane and see how far we have come in 25 years. The idea was not proposed at a national science fair or conference, but rather on the tennis court of the University of Ghana, Legon, where Mr. Kweku Mensah Bonsu, then managing director of Prime Time, was at the court to play the game after his own heart with his playmate, the late Professor Ebenezer Kweku Awotwe, Professor of Animal Science. Mr. Mensah Bonsu was curious as to why birds could stand on a live electric wire without getting electrocuted, but human beings could not do so. From Professor Kweku Awotwe's explanation, Mr. Mensah Bonsu got the idea of a quiz program focused on scientific explanations behind everyday phenomena, in addition to the topics from the regular science curriculum for senior high schools. Thus, it all began 25 years ago, in April 1993. Since then, the National Science and Maths Quiz NSMQ has seen 22 exciting editions.
Selecting the quiz mistress and the gender was entirely my decision. So one Saturday evening after tennis, we were sitting in Commonwealth Hall senior common room, and then Marianne was there. So I just said, he said, you talk to Marianne. Have you spoken with her? I said, no, I'm going to talk to her. So I talked to Marianne. Then Dr. Marianne Addy, later Professor Marianne Addy. I told her about the program and that I needed a quiz mistress. I wanted a quiz mistress. And she said, but why me? I said, you, because you are a female scientist with a PhD. Can you imagine the impact that this would have on the children, especially the girls? That I want you to be the quiz mistress, whether you like it or not. In fact, I've selected you as a quiz mistress. And she had a good laugh. I said, okay, I'll do it. And then when Marianne was leaving the program after 7 years, and this time she recommended Eureka Emefa Adumako. And the first time I met her, I said, well, of course, if you're called Eureka, that's a name that came out of mathematics. So then you are a quiz mistress. I met Dr. Kaufman at a program, and she and Professor Alote came to my office to talk to me about some mathematics competition or science, international science competition. And I went and talked to Dr. Awotwe. I've met her only once, but I think from the way she spoke and the way she carried herself. And Awotwe said, well, strangely, that's the person I was also thinking about. So I said, well, your job is cut out for you now. Our 3 quiz mistresses have all been great, I must say.
There would have been no excitement without very interesting and well-crafted questions. The nature of the competition requires that questions be of equal strength and difficulty at each stage of the competition. A team of consultants were selected to work on the questions. This is how the team was put together.
Then I got my friend Dr. Adanu, Komna Adanu, to do the physics. So Asameni for chemistry, Adanu for physics. Then for biology, Awotwe himself, Mrs. Kwaku. She put together a team to do the maths. Now, beyond the first year of the competition, I got to know Dr. Douglas Edujemfi of the maths department. And Douglas agreed to be a part of the team. And since then, he's been a part.
The program was first recorded in October 1993 with the late Professor Marian Irama Ade, Professor of Biochemistry at the University of Ghana, Legon, as the quiz mistress. It was originally named the Brilliant Science and Maths Quiz, as Lever Brothers, now Unilever's Blue Soap Brilliant, was the sole sponsor of the program. The name was changed to National Science and Maths Quiz in 1998, when Brilliant dropped its sponsorship of the program due to change of management and policy direction. Amstel Malta from Ghana Breweries Limited, now Guinness Ghana Breweries Limited, took up sole sponsorship of the program from 1998 to 2001, when it dropped its sponsorship also for the same reasons. Next, the Ghana Education Trust Fund, GET Fund, sponsored the program from 2002 until 2008. In 2009, Primetime took up the cost of producing and airing the program in the hopes of attracting sponsorship to help pay for the program. But this did not work out, as education clearly was not seen as a priority by corporate Ghana at the time. Consequently, the program was forced to take a 2-year break. That is, 2000
edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. This is the 15th 1A stage contest, which features Archbishop Porter Girls Senior High School, EDINAMAN Senior High School, and Ghana Senior High School, KOFORIDUA. Let's meet the contestants. Ghana Senior High School, KOFORIDUA. Oh, you may sit. Ghana Senior High School, KOFORIDUA is represented by
Olenu Nelly Fanayo.
Jump with the final year.
You are welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, ma'am.
How are you doing?
We are doing great.
Wonderful. You are coming to us from the preliminary stage of competition.
Yes.
How did that go?
We met Bompe Canton, and by the grace of God, we won.
All right. Before I come back to the National Science and Math Quiz, when you are not doing science and math, what do you do?
Okay, for me, I love sports.
Sports?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are following the World Cup.
Yeah.
Which is your team?
Germany.
Germany?
Yeah.
All right, I wish you well in that direction.
Okay.
But for this contest, what shall we expect from you?
Great things.
Great things?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it is.
Thank you, madam.
Archbishop Porter Girls Senior High School. Archbishop Porter Girls Senior High School is represented by
Usoni Victoria, final year.
Nani Fokujo, final year.
You're welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
How are you?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
All right. With a voice like that, you must be a great singer.
Am I right? I I don't really sing.
You don't sing? Oh, so what do you do outside of doing science and math? What do you do?
Okay, I like reading.
Reading.
I like to do more of research, finding new things.
All right. Coming back to the National Science and Math Quiz. You are Cedar School.
Yes.
What did your seniors tell you?
To do our best, to trust God, and that pray that His will is done in whatever happens today.
All right. And so what are we expecting?
The Lord's will to be done.
Okay. Best wishes to you.
Thank you.
EDINAMAN Senior High School. EDINAMAN Senior High School is represented by
Terabo Teresa Amana, final year.
Mensa Kofi Daniel, final year.
You are welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Great.
Great. So you are also coming from the prelims?
Yes, please.
What happened there?
Please, we met Kimbu Senior High and EPC Malco girls, and by God's grace, we won our contest and we are here.
All right. Let me move away a little bit. You see, I've been trying to find out from our contestants what they do outside of science and math.
Madam, as for me, I'm a singer.
Aye, that's what I like to hear. I suspected as much with that voice. Soprano, and then you will be tenor.
I play football.
Pardon?
Football.
Football, not
Yes,
singing.
please.
All right, football. So
Yes,
you are
please.
also following the World Cup.
Yes, please.
Which is your team?
Portugal.
Portugal.
Yes, please.
All right. Back to the contest. What shall we expect from you today?
We are determined to win with God on our side.
All right. Best wishes to you then.
Thank you, Madam.
Thank you, madam.
Viewers, we've met the contestants. You wanted to know more about our contestants, and I've been trying really hard to get them to tell us what they do outside of science and math. But I'm struggling. Nobody wants to demonstrate a talent. Even the singers don't want to sing here. Anyway, I'll keep trying. Well, before I sit down, I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We also have support from GCB Bank, Accra College of Medicine, Medifem Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, Lancaster University, Ghana, Academic City College, West African Center for Cell Biology of Infectious Pathogens, WACBIB, Awake Purified Drinking Water, GTP, MFA Jewelry, and Hoti Makeup. The mentorship sessions are sponsored by Bond Savings and Loans and RMG Ghana. And the SciTech Fair 2018 was sponsored by Gol Prudential Life Insurance Ghana and Talo Ghana Limited. Our media sponsors are City FM and Joy News. This is a primetime production. My name is Elsie Kaufman. I'm your quiz mistress. Contestants, the contest comes to you in 5 rounds, as usual. The first round is a round for fundamental concepts. The questions are simple and direct. I'm expecting simple and direct answers from you. If you answer your major question correctly, 3 points. If the question is incorrectly answered, it becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If the answer is right, a bonus point. If the answer is incorrect, it fetches a penalty point. For questions that require calculations, you have 30 seconds in which to present your answer. If there are no calculations involved, you have 10 seconds to do so. All of the questions are to be attempted once only. Best wishes to all 3 schools. For the first set of questions, you will need about 10 seconds of time. And I'm going to start with you, Ghana Senior High School, KOFORIDUA. Your question. Define the term bond energy of a covalent bond. Yes, Nelly.
Bond energy is the energy required to break 1 mole of a covalent bond into its gaseous atom. The isolated gaseous species.
I'll give you 2 out of 3. Is the energy required or the enthalpy change for breaking homolytically 1 mole of a covalent bond in the gaseous state? EDINAMAN, the bond energies of carbon-carbon single bond, double bond, and triple bond are given as 411 kilojoule per mole, 602 kilojoule per mole, and 835 kilojoule per mole, respectively. Please state 1 important observation, only the observation. Yes, Daniel.
Madam, please, the bonds that exist between carbon single bond has a least bond strength as compared to the carbon-carbon double bond and the carbon-carbon triple bond.
That's not important enough for a bonus. Kwenua.
The fact about it is that the energy required to break 1 mole of a double carbon bond isn't twice as much the energy required to break a single bond, and neither is the energy required to break 1 mole of the carbon-carbon triple bond 3 times the energy required to break 1 mole of a carbon-carbon bond.
That's the right one. All right, now your major question. The bond energy of carbon-carbon triple bond is 835 kilojoule per mole, while that of carbon-carbon single bond is 411 kilojoule per mole. Explain why the former is not 3 times the latter. Kwenua.
This is because of the presence of 1 sigma bond and 2 pi bonds in the carbon-carbon triple bonds, which makes it impossible for the carbon-carbon triple bonds to have 3 times the energy in breaking the carbon-carbon single bond, because of the stability that the pi electrons.
Stop there. 2 out of 3. You were right in saying that the triple bond is made up of 1 sigma bond and 2 pi bonds, but you didn't tell us what the single bond is. The single bond is a sigma bond. All right, so they are not equivalent. All right, next set, 30 seconds each, and I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. In a right angle triangle, find the length of the... Have you got it? All right. So Ghana Senior High School, median to the hypotenuse, whose length is 20 centimeters. Yes, Jampo.
5 centimeters.
That's incorrect for bonus. The right answer is 10 centimeters. EDINAMAN, with the same preamble, hypotenuse, if the median to the hypotenuse has length 15 centimeters. Yes, Daniel.
Mana, please, 30 centimeters.
Yes. With the same preamble, the length of the median to the hypotenuse, if the legs measure 6 centimeters and 8 centimeters. Yes, Kwenwa.
5 centimeters.
Yes. Next set, 30 seconds. Ghana Senior High School. A 0.04 kilogram object is launched vertically upward with such a speed that it attains maximum height in 5 seconds after launch. Determine the total energy of the object 2 seconds after launch. For bonus. The right answer is 50 joules. EDINAMAN, find the total energy of a 0.20 kilogram vertically projected object, which attains its maximum height 8.0 seconds after launch. Yes, Daniel.
640 joules.
Yes. Archbishop Porter, find the mass of an object projected vertically upward with a kinetic energy of 100 joules, which attains its maximum height 20 seconds after launch. Kwenwa.
0.5 kilograms. 0.5 kilograms.
That's incorrect. For bonus. The right answer is 5 grams. Next set, 10 seconds. Ghana Senior High School. Tunica corpus theory is connected with which part of a plant? For bonus. The shoot or stem apex, the meristem. EDINAMAN, what is used to determine the organization of stem apex into corpus N tunica? Yes, Teresa.
By activities of the apical meristems.
No. For a bonus. Is the planes of cell division. Archbishop Porter, what type of division is exhibited by the corpus cells? Yes, Kwenwa.
Mitosis.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. Okay. They divide in various planes, that is periclinal. Well, if we didn't even know what this tunica corpus theory was, these questions were completely out of our league. Well, next set, 30 seconds. Ghana Senior High School. Calculate the moles of oxygen that will be discharged in the electrolysis of dilute H2SO4 using platinum electrodes after passing 1/5 Faraday of charge. Yes, David, Jampo.
0.05 moles.
Yes. Edinaman, what mass in grams of water would have been decomposed in an electrolysis of dilute H2SO4 with platinum electrodes after passing 3 Faraday of charge? Atomic mass for oxygen is 16.0, that for hydrogen is 1.0. Yes, Daniel.
13.5 grams.
That's incorrect. Yes, Jampo.
48 grams.
No. The right answer is 27.0 grams. Archbishop Porter, calculate the volume of hydrogen gas that will be discharged in the electrolysis of dilute H2SO4 using inert electrodes after passing 1/4 a Faraday of charge. Molar volume of a gas at STP is 22.4 decimeter cubed. Yes, Kwenwa.
3.7 dmq.
That's incorrect. For bonus. The right answer is 2.8 decimeter cubed. 30 seconds with a preamble. Preamble to all schools. Solve the logarithmic equation for x. That's the preamble. Your equation, Ghana Senior High School. Log of x plus log of the expression x minus 4 is equal to log of 12. Yes, Jampo.
X equal to 6.
Yes. Edinaman with the same preamble. Log of 2x plus log of 5x is equal to 160. Yes, Daniel?
X is equal to 4.
Yes. log of x squared plus log of x cubed is equal to log of 81x. Kwenwa.
X equals 3.
Yes. "30 seconds. A duck bobs up and down with a period of 5.00 seconds as a wave propagates on a water surface. Find the wave speed if the distance between adjacent crests is 12.0 meters. Jumpo.
2.4 meter per second.
Yes. I'm letting it go because actually, significant figure-wise, what should it be? Considering the values in the question. Pardon?
0.40.
Yes. But I'm letting it go. We are still at 1A stage. Quarterfinals and beyond, we shall see. EDINAMAN. One end of a 5.00 meter rope is repeatedly wiggled up and down with a frequency of 22.5 hertz. Find the speed of the wave on the rope if 4.50 complete cycles just fit on the rope. Yes, Daniel.
1.00 meter per second.
That's incorrect. For bonus. The right answer is 25.0 meter per second. Archbishop Porter girls. An ocean wave causes a buoy to bob up and down every 8.00 seconds. Find the distance between adjacent wave crests if the ocean wave propagates at 2.00 meters per second. Yes, Victoria.
16.00 meters.
I'm going to let it pass. What should it be?
16.0 meters.
Last set of questions, 10 seconds each, and there's a preamble. When I get to your school, I will give you a structure in an organism. A structure in an organism. State the function of the structure I give you. I hope you got it. All right. So, nephridia in earthworm. Jumpo.
They are used for excretion.
Okay. EDINAMAN. Nematocysts of Hydra. Teresa.
Then they are used for anchorage.
That's incorrect. Which of you? Please raise your hand. Kwenwa.
They are used to paralyze their prey and for offensive.
Yes. Last question with the same preamble. Flame cells of planaria. Yes, Victoria.
For excretion.
Yes. That's the end of the first round. The end of the first round. EDINAMAN Senior High School has 9 points. Ghana Senior High School KOFORIDUA has 13 points. Archbishop Porter Girls Senior High School has 16 points. Four more rounds to go. Round 2. This round is also known as a speed race. The questions in the round are directed to all 3 schools simultaneously. For an opportunity to answer a question, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, Ghana Senior High School? Thank you. Yours, Archbishop Porter Girls. Thank you. And yours, EDINAMAN. If you ring and answer correctly on the first attempt, 3 points. On the second attempt, 2 points. On the third attempt, 1 point. If you attempt to answer a question and you are unable to do it, you lose a precious point. For questions that require calculations, you have a maximum of 30 seconds in which to present your answer. If the question does not require calculations, you have a maximum of 10 seconds to do so. Best wishes, everyone. First set of questions, all 30 seconds each. First one. A 4-ohm resistor is connected across the terminals of a battery of EMF 12 volts and internal resistance 2 ohms. Find the terminal voltage of the battery. Kwenwa.
4 volts.
That's incorrect. Which of you? Jampo.
16 volts.
No. The right answer is 8 volts. Next one. A simple harmonic oscillator of mass 0.20 kilogram and frequency 5.0 hertz oscillates with a displacement amplitude of 4.0 centimeters. Find the maximum speed of the oscillator. Which of you? Yes, Daniel.
0.20 meter per second.
That's incorrect. Victoria?
85 meters per second.
No, I'm not accepting that. The right answer is 1.3 meter per second. A 4-kilogram object is whirled in a horizontal circle at the end of a 0.5 meter long string at an angular speed of 10 radians per second. Find the tension in the string. Which of you? Daniel?
20 Newton.
That's incorrect. Yes, Nelly?
800 newtons.
No. Victoria?
200 newtons.
Yes. Next question, 30 seconds. Calculate the percentage oxygen in 1 pentanol and give your answer to 1 place of decimal. Atomic mass for oxygen is 16, that for carbon is 12, and for hydrogen it's 1. Too late. The right answer is 18.2. 10 seconds. Name one, only one functional group isomer of 1 pentanol. Which of you? Victoria?
2 pentanol.
That's incorrect. The right answer, there are 2 possibilities. So, methyl butyl ether or ethyl propyl ether. Either one would have been fine. 10 seconds. Define the oxidation number or oxidation state of an atom in a substance. Which of you? Yes, Teresa.
Oxidation number is the charge that a substance or an element carry in its pure or charged state.
That's incorrect. Yes, Victoria.
The oxidation state is the hypothetical charge carried by an atom in its pure state.
I'm not accepting that. All right, so listen carefully. The oxidation number or oxidation state of an atom in a substance is defined as the charge an atom in a substance would have if the pairs of electrons in each bond belong to the more electronegative atom. Yes. Next set, each 10 seconds. What is common among the following structures in organisms? Cilia, flagella, pseudopodia. Yes, which of you?
All the structures are used for locomotion.
Yes. Why is it unusual for a large number of organisms to be present at the top of an ecological pyramid? Victoria?
It is unusual for large number of organisms to be at the top in an ecosystem because in an ecosystem, the energy decreases as we move from one trophic level to another. So the energy at the last trophic level, that is, the energy at the last trophic level is not sufficient for a large number of organisms.
Yes. Next one. In a bakery, yeast is added to flour to make bread rise. What gas is produced? Which of you? Daniel?
Carbon dioxide gas.
Yes. So the rest of it is produced by the yeast to make this possible. Last set of questions, 30 seconds each. First one. Y varies directly as the cube of x. If y is equal to 54 when x is equal to 3, find y when x is equal to 4. Yes, Nelly.
Y is equal to 8.
That's incorrect. Who rang next? Go ahead, Teresa.
Y is equal to 128.
Yes. How many 3-digit numbers can be formed from the digits 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 if a digit may be repeated? Yes, Jampo?
125.
Yes. Last question. Determine the coordinates of B, the other end of the segment AB, given A has coordinates -2, -3, and its midpoint, M, which has coordinates 3, -1. Victoria.
The coordinates are 4 and 1.
That's incorrect. Who rang next? Yes, which of you? Daniel.
The coordinates are 8 minus 5.
That's incorrect. Did you ring Ghana? Okay, go ahead, Jampo.
The coordinates are 8 and 1.
Yes. And that's the end of the speed race. Thank you. Thank you. Please keep them covered. Don't turn them over until I ask you to, and don't begin until I ask you to. At the end of the second round, EDINAMAN Senior High School has 10 points. Ghana Senior High School KOFORIDUA has 14 points. Archbishop Porter Girls Senior High School has 18 points. Round 3. This round has the problem of the day. The problem of the day is a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin, you have 3 minutes in which to present or compose a response to the problem of the day. The problem of the day is worth 10 points. Please put down your pens. Now let's turn over the sheets and read the problem of the day together. Problem of the day. An object of mass 0.25 kilogram, moving horizontally at 32 meters per second, strikes a vertical rigid wall perpendicularly and bounces back at 28 meters per second. Determine 1. The magnitudes of the linear momentum before and after the collision. 2. The magnitude of the impulse of the collision force. 3. The magnitude of the impact force if the object is in contact with the wall for 20 milliseconds. And 4. The change in kinetic energy of the object. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin. Please stop writing and present your answers. Where is your school name, please? Ghana Senior High School, please come. What is this supposed to be? What shows that this is 8? When you write on the board, you do it exactly like this drawing. And what is this one too? It's cancelled. What is this? It's not cancelled. It is not cancelled. Okay, go. Ready. Contestants, please pick up your notepads and present your answers as you have them here. And for you, Ganaza includes both of them. is here.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and
I award the points. Let's look at the suggested solution from our consultants. This is a problem in physics. So an object of mass 0.25 kilogram is moving horizontally at 32 meters per second, and it strikes a vertical rigid wall perpendicularly and then bounces back at 28 meters per second. Contestants were to determine 5 things, 2 in the first step and then 1 each following. So the first one, let's look at the first one. They were to determine the magnitude of the linear momentum before and after the collision. Let's take them separately. The magnitude of linear momentum before the collision is obtained by taking the mass and multiplying it by the velocity or the speed with which it was moving, the velocity. And this is given as 32 meters per second. So we have 0.25 kilogram multiplied by 32 meters per second, and this gives 8.0 Newton second. You can also keep your kilogram meter per second, that's fine, and that gives you 2 points. Next is the magnitude of the linear momentum after collision, similar calculation. So we take 0.25 kilogram and multiply it by 28 meter per second. That gives us 7.0 Newton second, or the other unit, which is also fine. So another 2 points here. The second part of this question is to determine the magnitude of the impulse of the collision force. In order to get an impulse, what we do is to take the absolute value of the change in the linear momentum which we have already calculated. So the final linear momentum minus the initial linear momentum. So we have 7 Newton second minus negative 8 Newton second, because remember, it went this way once and then came back. All right. So this gives you 15 Newton second. That's worth 2 points. Next, the magnitude of the impact force if the object is in contact with the wall for 20 milliseconds. So we have the force, which is equal to the impulse, which has already been calculated, divided by the change in time, which is given as 20 milliseconds. So we have 15 Newton seconds divided by 20 times 10 to the negative 3, because we are converting to SI unit second. And if you do this calculation, you should arrive at 750 newtons, 2 more points. Finally, the change in kinetic energy of the object. The change in kinetic energy can actually be obtained from the linear momentum. So if you take the linear momentum squared of the final linear momentum squared divided by twice the mass, you would get the kinetic energy of the final kinetic energy. Then you subtract the linear momentum of the initial squared over twice the mass. And that will give you the initial kinetic energy. And so the subtracting the two gives you the change in kinetic energy of the object. We have all the values already. So we simply substitute to get 7.0 newton second squared minus 8.0 newton second squared all over 2 multiplied by the mass, which is 0.25 kilogram. If you do this calculation, you should get negative 30 joules for the change in kinetic energy. 2 more points, giving a total of 10 points. All right, now contestants, let's start with Ghana Senior High School KOFORIDUA. Ghana Senior High School KOFORIDUA presented 2 separate answers, different ones to 1 and 2. Usually, when this happens, it's like confusing quiz mistress. Well, if the first one is right, then I can actually give it to you. If the second one is wrong, then I should cancel it. Is that what I should be doing? No, I don't sift and sort. So when I see confusing circumstances like this, I disqualify the whole thing. So your score is 0 out of 10. All right. EDINAMAN. You got the calculation for the linear momentum before collision right. Unfortunately, the second part, the linear momentum after collision, that's not right. You said it was 0. No, it's not. And then you tried to calculate for the impulse. That is not right. And so things just went downhill from there. You couldn't do anything else after that. So your score is 2 out of 10. Archbishop Porter girls, you were able to calculate for the magnitude of the linear momentum before collision. You calculated for the magnitude of linear momentum after collision. That was also right. You were able to get the magnitude of the impulse. And then when it got to the force, the impact force, you knew what to do. You actually have a right relationship. But your final answer is not right. I'm giving you 1 out of the 2, and then that's as far as your success went. This gives you 7 out of 10. That's the end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. You may pick up your notepads. Yes, that's yours.
There's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your Premier and Classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy.
Round 4. In this round, I'm going to be presenting you with statements. When you receive a statement, please consider the statement very carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you are right, 2 points. If you are incorrect, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to respond, in which case that statement becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If it's right, 2 full points. If the answer is incorrect, there's a penalty. Best wishes to all schools. I'm starting with you, EDINAMAN, your statement. Solubilities of most solids in water increase with temperature. Yes, Teresa.
True.
Yes. Solubilities of gases in water generally increase with temperature and partial pressure of the gases. Victoria.
False.
Yes. A good solvent for crystallization of a solid is one in which the solid should readily dissolve at room temperature. Yes, Jampo?
True.
No, that's a false statement. EDINAMAN. The pericycle is usually a single layer of parenchymatous cells. Yes, Teresa.
True.
Yes. The pericycle lies just within the endodermis and peripheral to the vascular tissues. Yes, Victoria.
True.
Yes. The pericycle has a capacity for meristematic growth. Yes, Nelly.
True.
Yes. Sine of 425 degrees is equal to sine of 65 degrees. Yes, Daniel?
True.
Yes. Cosine of 310 degrees is equal to negative cosine of 50 degrees. Yes, Victoria?
False.
Yes. Tangent of 230 degrees is equal to tangent of 50 degrees. Jampo?
False.
No. That is a true statement. Equipotentials for a point charge are straight lines radiating away from the charge if it is positive and towards it if it is negative. Yes, Teresa?
True.
No, that's a false statement. Equipotentials for a straight charge line are concentric circular cylinders centered on the line. Yes, Victoria?
It's true.
Yes. Equipotentials for a point charge are concentric spheres centered on the charge. Jampo?
False.
No, that's a true statement. If the first ionization energy of nitrogen is 1,402 kilojoule per mole, then a value of 1,012 kilojoule per mole for phosphorus may be right. Yes, Daniel?
True.
Yes. Since the first ionization energy of elements increases from left to right in a period of the periodic table, the value for aluminium should be greater than the value for magnesium. Yes, Victoria?
True.
No, that's a false statement. There's a difference in electron configuration which results in this. Though nitrogen has higher first ionization energy than oxygen, nitrogen has lower electronegativity than oxygen. Nelly?
False.
Oh dear. It's a true statement. For the next set, I have a preamble. Preamble to all schools. Please, state whether the following about gorillas, chimpanzees, monkeys, and humans are true or false. Did you get the preamble? All right. So, EDINAMAN, they belong to the same species. Yes, Teresa?
False.
Yes. They belong to the same genus. Victoria?
It's true.
No. They belong to the same family. Nelly?
True.
Hey! That's a false statement. Just imagine. Gorillas, chimpanzees, monkeys, and us, all in the same family. I know some of us have families like that, but... But for the purpose of my question here, it's false. Okay, they actually, all these belong to the same order, the primates, but not the species or genus or family. All right. EDINAMAN, if dy dx is equal to x cubed, then y is equal to x raised to the power 4 over 4. Yes, Daniel?
False.
Yes. If dy dx is equal to 1 over x squared, then y is equal to negative 1 over x. Victoria?
True.
Oh. That's a false statement. If dy dx is equal to cosine of x, then y is equal to sine of x. Jampo?
True.
Oh no. Last set of statements. The change in kinetic energy of a particle equals the work done by the net force acting on it. Yes, Daniel?
True.
Yes. The kinetic energy of a slowly moving particle equals half the square of the magnitude of its linear momentum divided by its mass. Yes, Victoria?
True.
Yes. The work of the net force acting on a particle is negative when the kinetic energy of the particle decreases. Anyone? Yeah.
True.
Yes, it's true. And that's the end of the fourth round.
I can conveniently pay for my utility bills, my son's Cartoon Network on DSTV, and renew my internet services package. I can securely send my sweet mother her monthly allowance by simply transferring funds from my bond account into hers. I can also pay the gardener through any of the mobile money platforms available. I can verify if the check to the vendor has cleared. Now let me guess my sister is here at time so I can peacefully go back to sleep. With Bond Mobile app, you can do your banking anywhere. Download the Bond Mobile app on Apple Play Store or Google Play Store today. Bond, your success, our passion.
There's always that one individual so selfless and caring.
At the end of the fourth round, Ghana Senior High School KOFORIDUA has 10 points. EDINAMAN Senior High School has 27 points. ARCHBISHOP Porter Girls Senior High School has 32 points. Fifth and final round. In this round, I'm going to be reading out clues. Your objective is to solve the riddles. In order to attempt to solve the riddle, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, Ghana Senior High School? Thank you. Yours, Archbishop Porter. Thank you. And yours, EDINAMAN. Again. If you solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. On the second clue, 4 points. On the third or any clue thereafter, 3 points. There are 4 riddles in all. Best wishes, everyone. First riddle. I am a force to reckon with. I am in a way quite attractive. Newton will appreciate the gravity of the situation. Of course, I'm the force of gravity on a body. Which of you? Kwenua.
The universal gravitational constant.
No. I continue. For a body, I am proportional to the mass. Yes, Teresa.
Gravitational force.
Oh dear. I continue. I am a measure of heaviness. So who am I? Nelly.
Weight.
You are right. I read all the clues, 3 points. Next one. I am not a structural unit of a living organism. Neither am I a functional unit of a living organism. I'm not that small, so you do not need an electron microscope or even an ordinary one to see me. To me, cytoplasm and nucleus are not relevant. Yes. Which of you? Teresa.
Protoplasm.
No. We continue. I am not a citizen of the easternmost region of Ghana. Yet, my name suggests everything about that region and the unit of living organism. So who am I? Too late. You want to answer it? For no point? No, I wouldn't have accepted that anyway, but you're close. Who is that person? This one is for you. Anybody else? Because I don't think that guy is going to do it. Oh, the right answer is the voltaic cell. See, easternmost region of Ghana, Volta region. Nucleus and cytoplasm are not relevant, but it's a cell all the same, right? It's a rather clever one. So it's a voltaic cell, and that's what we're looking for. Next one. Mammals and teleosts are believed to have inherited me from their common bony fish ancestors. I can take several forms and can differ in complexity, shape, and function depending on the requirements of the animal in which I'm present. I am present in most vertebrates consisting of mineralized tissue in the form of bone and cartilage. Although I am absent in a majority of invertebrates, yes, Teresa.
The vertebral column.
No. I continue. Although I am absent in a majority of invertebrates, I am present in a select few invertebrates such as squid and octopus, as well as echinoderms such as starfish and sea urchins. I am the skeleton that provides structural support and protection for the internal organs and tissues of an organism. Victoria?
Endoskeleton.
Yes, it's the endoskeleton. I read all the clues, 3 points. Last one. I am one of the first experiments to demonstrate quantization in nature. Whereas the Millikan oil drop experiment gave direct evidence of charge quantization, I demonstrated energy quantization. I showed that an inelastic collision between a low-energy electron and an atom occurs at discrete energies. I provided the first direct evidence for the existence of atomic energy levels. So who am I? Victoria?
Bohr's experiment.
No. Shall I bother? Yes. Go ahead. It's the Frank Hertz experiment. The Frank Hertz experiment. And that's the end of the 5th round. At the end of the contest, here are the final scores. Ghana Senior High School KOFORIDUA has 13 points. EDINAMAN Senior High School has 27 points. Archbishop Porter Girls Senior High School has 35 points. Ghana Senior High School KOFORIDUA, thank you for being here. Best wishes to you. EDINAMAN Senior High School, Teresa. Thanks for being here. All the best. Archbishop Porter Girls Senior High School, congratulations on winning the contest. Please prepare well, and I look forward to seeing you in the quarterfinals. Congrats. Viewers, thank you for joining us for this contest. Please make plans to be with us next time when we bring you Jache Pramso Senior High School, Fijai Senior High School, and St. Peter's Senior High School. Before we leave, I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We have support from GCB Bank, Accra College of Medicine, Medifem Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, Lancaster University, Ghana, Academic City College, West African Center for Cell Biology of Infectious Pathogens, WACBE, Awake Purified Drinking Water, GTP, MFA Jewelry, and Hoti Makeup. The mentorship sessions are sponsored by Bond Savings and Loans and RMG Ghana. And SciTech Fair 2018 was sponsored by Goyle, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, and Talo Ghana Limited. Our media sponsors are City FM and Joy News. This is a primetime production. Thank you for joining us for this contest, and see you next time. Bye.